Meet Russia's unstoppable next-generation strategic bomber. This aircraft will be able to strike nuclear weapons at targets on the opposite side of the planet, without leaving the territory of the Russian Federation. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation approved early April the final appearance of the stealth bomber, known as the Advanced Long-Range Aviation Complex, PAK-DA in Russian codification. It is being developed by Tupolev with the creation priority given to reducing the visibility of the aircraft and the usage of long-range weapons. At the moment, the Bureau works on creating the first full-size prototypes of the bomber. The new bomber will be built according to the flying wing aerodynamic scheme, without the tail unit and a fuselage that is separated from the wings, and will be able to fly at subsonic speeds of up to 1,190 km per hour, 740 miles per hour. This is significantly less than the speed of the Tu-160 strategic bomber that the new PAK-DA is supposed to replace in Russia's Air Force. The machine will use only intrafuselage weapons in order to decrease its visibility on radars. These weapon systems include advanced long-range cruise missiles and hypersonic missiles. The onboard equipment of the aircraft is automated as much as possible. Engineers now experiment on using it in unmanned mode. It is also assumed that the bomber will be able to control groups of unmanned aerial vehicles, and will be able to use the entire range of air-to-air missiles, told Russia Beyond Vadim Kozyulin, a professor at the Academy of Military Science. What's also important is that the priority in the PAK-DA concept is given to stealth technologies with the appropriate tactics of use, including long-range weapons. Today, Russia's Air Force has received the powerful X-555 and X-101 long-range missiles that can fly 5,000 kilometers, 3,106 miles, which is why there is no more need for long-distance bombers. Now the strategic bomber can carry out its mission basically without leaving Russian borders and remaining under the protection of air defense systems, mentioned Kozyulin. As previously reported by Russian media, special models and individual full-size elements of the bomber were already created and passed a series of bench tests to assess radar visibility. In particular, it was confirmed that with the use of certain tactics, the PAK-DA will be able to overcome the advanced air defense lines of NATO countries unnoticed, added Kozyulin. The expert also states that each PAK-DA will carry up to 40 tons of ammo, as all other modern strategic bombers. This weaponry consists of all types of modern nuclear and conventional bombs. Armor-piercing, penetration, cluster and others. Each plane's minimum service lifetime is supposed to be no less than 12 years, with prolongation to 21 years after service maintenance procedures. The new bomber is being developed by Tupolev. It is expected to be put into service until 2027. It is expected that the aircraft will replace the Tu-95 MS missile carriers in the aerospace forces. Russian aircraft maker Tupolev will roll out the Russian Air Force's next-generation nuclear-capable strategic bomber, dubbed PAK-DA, an acronym for Prospective Aviation Complex for Long-Range Aviation, in 2021 or 2022, with the aircraft's maiden flight scheduled for 2025 to 26, according to Russian media reports. PAK-DA demonstrational model to be ready by 2023. A demonstration model of the PAK-DA long-range aircraft is supposed to be assembled by 2023, a source in plane building industry told TASS. Currently, the experimental model is being built. The demonstration model will be ready by 2023, the source said. According to the source, a new weapon system is being developed for this project. The subsonic PAK-DA will be armed with hypersonic weapons. Besides, its flight will be aided by drones, the source said. There has been no official confirmation of this information yet. In December 2019, Deputy Defense Minister of Russia Alexei Krivoruchko said in an interview that the design project of the PAK-DA has been approved and the Tupolev Design Bureau began developing working design documentation. In May 2020, TASS sources disclosed that production of the first experimental model of the new strategic bomber had begun. Tupolev is currently working on the first prototype of the bomber, which is scheduled to enter serial production by 2028 or 2029, the Kommersant newspaper reported on May 14. Initially, the PAC-DA was slated to replace all older Russian strategic bomber types including the Tu-160, Tu-95MS, and Tu-22M3. However, in 2015 Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered the production of an upgraded variant of the Tu-160, designated Tu-160M2, because of various delays within the PAC-DA program, next to upgrades of other bomber variants. The Russian Air Force is expected to receive the first upgraded Tu-160M2 supersonic strategic bomber by 2021. The Russian MOD announced in January 2018 that it placed an order for the first batch of 10 Tupolev Tu-160M2s. Delivery of Russia's entire new Tu-160M2 fleet of around 50 aircraft is estimated to be. Additionally, Russia is also upgrading its fleet of Tu-22M3 long-range strategic and maritime strike bombers. The first new Tu-22M3M conducted its maiden flight in December 2018. Overall, Russia plans to upgrade 20 aircraft of the type. Furthermore, the Russian defense industry is also working on upgrading Tu-95MS, designated Tu-95MSM. Last August, the Russian MOD and Tupolev signed a contract to upgrade 2295MS to MSM standards. As a result of the ongoing upgrade work of existing platforms, the Russian Ministry of Defense, MOD, will likely only procure a small number of PAC-DA bombers. Apparently, they will focus on squeezing the full potential out of the existing aircraft, a defense industry source was quoted as saying by Kommersant on May 14. The PAC-DA will remain as a reserve for the future. As I noted previously, technical details regarding the PAC-DA bomber remain scarce. It is estimated that the new aircraft will have an operational range of about 12,000 kilometers and travel at subsonic speed. The plane's airframe will consist of radar-absorbent material. For a first look of the new bomber, check out this video here. Furthermore, it was reported that the new 5th-generation PAC-DA bomber will be able to carry a 30-ton weapons payload. Russian strategic bombers principally serve as air-launched cruise missile carriers. For example, the bombers in Russia's current inventory can carry the Kh-101/Kh-102, nuclear variant, air-launched cruise missile, or the Kh-55 subsonic air-launched cruise missile, among others. Russia moves ahead with future strategic stealth bomber project. Russian aircraft maker Tupolev has purportedly built the first full-sized model of its next-generation strategic stealth bomber, dubbed PAC-DA, an acronym for Prospective Aviation Complex for Long-Range Aviation, according to Russian media reports in early March. Several scale mock-ups of the PAC-DA bomber have been made of composite materials. Also, there is a full-size mock-up made of wood. All models are based on the flying wing concept, a defense industry source told TASS news agency on March 1. The Tupolev Design Bureau will move now on to complete the design and construction of PAC-DA prototype and technology demonstrator. Technical details remain scarce. It is estimated that the new aircraft will have an operational range of about 12,000 kilometers and travel at subsonic speed. The plane's airframe will consist of radar-absorbent material. Furthermore, it was reported that the new 5th-generation PAC-DA bomber will be able to carry a 30-ton weapons payload including different variants of air-to-surface and air-to-air missiles, as well as conventional and smart-guided bombs. Among other things, it will be capable of carrying the Kh-32 cruise missile, Russia's latest anti-ship missile currently under development and specifically designed to attack U.S. carrier strike groups. The defense industry source also told TASS that the bomber is to be equipped with the latest radio-electronic warfare equipment of domestic manufacture, unparalleled in terms of effectiveness. While perhaps a slight exaggeration, it has been confirmed that Rostec subsidiary KRET and its design bureau are currently working on a new electronic warfare system for PAC-DA, which will also be installed aboard the Tupolev Tu-160M2 long-range supersonic strategic bomber. The first prototype of the bomber might already be unveiled as early as 2018. Test flights are slated to be carried out in 2019 or 2020 with the first bombers to be handed over to the Russian Air Force by 2023 to 2025. Once operational, the new 5th-generation aircraft will replace more obsolete Russian bomber models including the Tu-160, Tu-95MS, and Tu-22M3. Projected per-unit costs are reportedly around $160 million. In 2015, Russia decided to revive production of an upgraded variant of the Tu-160, dubbed Tu-160M2. The Russian Air Force plans to induct at least 50 new Tu-160M2s in the near future. The upgraded supersonic strategic bomber is expected to perform its maiden flight in late 2018. As I reported elsewhere, given the bomber's limited stealth capability, it will presumably be armed with long-range standoff cruise missiles such as the KH-101/KH-102 nuclear variant, air-launched cruise missile with an estimated range of 2,700 to 5,000 kilometers. The Tu-160M2 will likely carry the missiles internally on a rotary launcher. The aircraft is expected to be in service for at least 40 years and operate in tandem with the new PAC-DA bomber.